Thomas Alive Today presents
People's Drugstores. People's Drug was founded by Malcolm Gibbs in 1905 at 824 7th Street Northwest. By 1930 it had 110 stores operating under the People's Drug's Days Drug and Shearer Drug names. There were variations of the name, with People's Service Drug and Gibbs People's Drug being most common. In 1970, People's had 252 stores operating in the District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, New York, and New Jersey. That year there were 5,500 employees with sales of $220 million and profits of $1.87 million. By 1975, People's had grown to 500 stores. Later in the year, the chain was purchased by Lane Drug of Toledo, Ohio. The new company retained the People's name and included Lane Drug, Schumann Drug, Dynamic Drug, Health Mart, Reed Drug, and Lee Drug. Lane President Sheldon Bud Fantle took over the presidency of the chain and went to work on improving merchandising and customer service at People's. In 1980, People's acquired the Indianapolis-based Hog Drug, which had 80 drugstores in Indiana, Iowa, Illinois, and Kentucky. In 1985, two 35,000 square foot Bud's Deep Discount drug stores were opened in the Toledo area, with others in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. The name Bud's was derived from the nickname of Sheldon Bud Fantle. In January 1987, Mr. Fantle left People's and later took control of Trouble Dart Drug in Washington, D.C., renaming those stores Fantle's. In 1984, People's was acquired for $320 million by the Canadian conglomerate Imasco, the Canadian arm of British American Tobacco and owner of Shoppers Drug Mart and Pharmaprix in Canada. At that time, People's and its divisions had close to 800 stores and became one of the country's leading drug chains. After being acquired by Imasco, People's quickly acquired REA and Derrick in 1985 and also took control of the Florida Shoppers Drug Mart locations. Over the years, the Hog stores were converted to People's in 1983 and Dynamic and Schumann were converted to Lane. A program was implemented to convert all stores to the People's Drug name. Many Lane and REA and Derrick stores were converted. All stores began selling People's brand product and began using bags with the People's Drug logo. Not long after being acquired by Imasco in 1984, People's decided to sell some of their stores and concentrate on the Mid-Atlantic states. First to go were the 35 Florida Shoppers Drug Mart stores that was sold to Eckerd in 1986. Next was the Atlanta-based Reed/Lee Drug to Big B Drugs in 1989 for $50 million. The 85-store division gave Big B their entrance into the Atlanta market, a goal they had been working on for years. The next sale was the 114-store Lane Drug to Rite Aid, effective April 11, 1989. The last phase was the Indiana division of People's being sold in 1989 to a group of former Rite Aid officials that was headed by Roger Grass, changing the former People's stores to Reliable Drugs. Reliable survived only 4 years before it filed for bankruptcy, and its stores were sold off to Osco Drug and Rite Aid in 1993. After the dust settled from the sales, Imasco decided to unload the People's Drug chain, as People's was not performing at the level Imasco had hoped. In late 1990, CVS Corporation purchased People's for $330 million. CVS kept the People's Drug name in place, remodeled most stores to the CVS format, and improved the store's sales. The People's name was considered to be too strong a name to change it to CVS Pharmacy immediately. The name did ultimately change in May 1994, just a few months before the People's Drug name would have celebrated its 90th anniversary.
I'll be right there. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Ryan.
My mom called?
Yeah?
I didn't even know she had to take any medicine.
Personal questions, private conversations.
Can I ask you something? Wish my dad not around. Well, Is this stuff expensive?
At People's Drug, you can talk to your pharmacist one-to-one or even man-to-man.
Now her insurance covers you both.
Cool. Thanks. Hey, we can stop kidding around.
If you have any fond memories, please indicate it at the comments below. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and like.